Hi, today I'll be showing you how to cook semur and talk a bit about its origin in the Torres Straits. You'll find that semur is a common dish in the Torres Straits due to Indonesian migration. However, not all semurs are prepared the same or have the same ingredients. In the Torres Straits, semur is sometimes called jingsu chicken or even macaroni chicken. However, the traditional Indonesian name is semur. Many Indonesian and Malay men travelled to or were brought to the Torres Straits for the pearling industry, as they were seen as excellent pearl divers. My great Dado, at the age of 12, was actually kidnapped and brought to the Torres Straits. He was forced into indentured labour, which is a slavery practice that existed in northern Australia. He was from an island called Bandanera, which is a part of a larger collection of islands in the Banda Sea. These islands are famously known as the Spice Islands, as they were the only place in the world where the highly sought after nutmeg was grown. My great Dado's home food and traditions are reflected in the semur, where we use nutmeg and cloves in the dish. Such ingredients may not necessarily be used by other Torres Strait families. Indonesian and Malay men have impacted on Torres Strait culture to the extent where many non-Malay Torres Strait families even cook and eat semur. The common knowledge of this dish in Torres Strait kitchens is a reflection of not only how multicultural the Torres Straits was, but how Torres Strait culture is a syncretic culture impacted by a two-way acculturation process. That is to say, how incoming Asian and Pacific migrants have influenced local Torres Strait Islanders and vice versa, with various cultures becoming intermixed with Torres Strait culture and identity. And our family's Torres Strait Semur recipe is an example of this. Here's our recipe.
Jangan lupa nona manis, klasik pada Chris. Biarlah selamat tinggal, kita segera mau belayar. Tinggal nona-nona semua.
Today we're going to be cooking semur, and to start off we'll have to soak vermicelli noodles, and they usually come in packets, and within that there's different bunches, and you can use one of those bunches. And you have to soak them with about 6 or 7 cloves. We also need to soak some shiitake mushrooms, along with what some people might call rat's ears or black fungus. You can also push them down with a spoon to help them submerge as well. So we have to clean the chicken as well. We're using thighs here, but you can also use breast, drumstick, or any combination of other chicken parts. We've washed the chicken and we're just patting it to get excess water off it. And we can keep some of the fat of it when we're cutting it up, or you may want to cut some of it off. If you want to, you'll also want to cut off the sinewy bits as well. We'll also have to make sure that we oil the saucepan as well, and you can use regular canola oil or any other oil that suits best. So we've prepared all the other ingredients except for the mushrooms and the rat's ears, which we'll need to cut up later. You can also take out the noodles and slice them up, or you can put them in hollows if you wish. And we also have to put in the cloves as well. And we've diced up the onions, the garlic, and then the ginger. And we've also diced up the chicken as well. And this is white vinegar, and we need to use that. Dark soy sauce as well. And we'll put in nutmeg towards the end. And we also need to put in bamboo shoots. And you can put in about 1/4 to 1/3, so maybe about 75 grams. We also have to put in a teaspoon of brown sugar as well, and that will also be towards the end. We also need to use pepper. Alright, what we're going to do now is clean the mushroom and the rat's ears, and you can feel them now, and they should be quite sort of soft. And you can clean them either under running water, or you can clean them in one of these in a bowl, and you're just rubbing all the things off and then flattening it out a little bit, and then they should look a little bit like that. They're clean and flat now, and you do the same with the rat's ears as well. So we've got these now, and we just really need to dice the rat's ears and dice the mushrooms as well. And you can create and dice them at any sort of size that you want to. So that's good. So what we'll do is we'll put in the onion now, and now once that's cooked for a bit, we can then add in the garlic because we don't want it to burn. After this, we can now add in the chicken to go into it as well. And we're just mixing this chicken in until it browns. So when the chicken is cooked or fairly cooked, you can then add in other things as well. So what we also need to do is add about a quarter cube of vegetable stock. So we cut that up into about a quarter. We can use about a quarter of that for the inside the spoon. We can also add in the other vegetables now to cook them as well. Also remember to make sure that you add your bamboo shoots in. So we can add in 1 to 2 spoons of soy sauce, and you can add more or less depending on how salty you want it and the colour you want. So we've added in that, and now we're also going to add in one. Alright, it's simmering for a bit. Soon enough, we'll put in the vermicelli, and you can take out the clothes now and put them in as well. Alright, so now we can add the vermicelli in there as well. So that's cooking now, and that's kind of what it looks like. And we've also added 1 tablespoon of vinegar. We're also going to grind some pepper and add that into it as well. And we're also going to add a shake of nutmeg as well. So put a little bit of that into it. Now we'll want to basically make sure that all the liquid's gone, but this looks about right. And here we have some more ready up, and we can plate it. And if you want to put on some garnishes or something like that, or garnish it up and do it that way, you can do that as well.